how you will able to use Genyo as your e-learning platform here in your school. So now I will going to share to you or to everyone how Genyo e-learning will be involved in enriching your experiences through online learning. Okay, so are you ready? So we witness students' numerous transformations as a result of COVID-19 pandemic's effects, one of which was a sudden shift from face-to-face, okay, to online education. So our school or the schools have decided to implement new teaching modalities and platforms to ensure that students' learning experiences are not disrupted. Okay, so how are we going to enrich our learning experience from home? Okay, for this school year. So it is through Genyo e-learning with its best features, responsive support system, and dynamic implementation program. So furthermore, Genyo is a fully integrated learning management system for basic education and is the most trusted e-learning solution in the Philippines or throughout the country. So now let's get to know better Genyo. Okay, so I know some of you already know our website, but I will again flash it here. Okay, for the others, ayan, so this is our website. It's www.genyo.com.ph. Okay, so you can take note again. Ibase nalipat na kita kung ano aton website. Okay. And then once you click enter button, you will be directed here in our homepage. Okay, so usually we put here in our school ID CPU. Okay, so are we familiar with that, students? That our school ID is CPU. Okay, then we have to click next. So once we click next, okay, so you will be asked to input your login details. Okay, your login ID and then the password. Okay, for this school year, your student ID number is also your login ID number. Again, I repeat, your student ID number is also your login ID. Okay, so your student ID number was already given to you upon enrollment, right? So, or you may find it also in your ID. Okay, and then for the password, it's still wisdom. Okay, by default, wisdom ang aton nga password. And then all you have to do is to change it right away. Okay. Anyway, upon logging in upon signing in, clicking the sign in button, the system will automatically prompt that you need to change your password. Okay, so you can change your password immediately and then you can encode there your email address. Okay. So question, are we clear on our login details?
Yes, ma'am.
I know
Yes,
last
ma'am.
school year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you for your response, students. Okay, since last year, your login ID is different, right? Okay, it's not the student ID number, but this year, we will be using our student ID number. Okay, so later I will going to ask everyone to please log in your login ID sa Genyo using your student ID number. And then for the password, it's wisdom. Clear? Can you give me a thumbs up reaction? Okay, how about the others? Clear? Kay base you will ask kung ano ang inyong login ID. Okay? Okay, clear. Clear. Okay, very good. How about the others? Okay, thank you for the response. Okay, so since it's clear na that some of you already receive your student ID number, okay, you may try to log in to Genyo. Okay, if ever may questions ka mo or if ever that you cannot log into Genyo, meaning to say it's either you have entered a wrong password multiple times, or maybe you have entered your login ID again sa sa school ID. Okay, last year, most of you have tried to put your student ID number there. That's why the portal says it's invalid, or you cannot log in, you cannot proceed, or school ID not found. Okay, it's very common to you last school year. Okay, so if ever mag-invalid siya, it's either wrong ang password, or your student ID number does not exist yet in the portal, meaning to say we have to create your your Genyo account. Okay, since may mga students nga late na nag-enroll, okay, meaning to say wala pa na-create ila Genyo account. Okay, so it's clear, grade 8. Basi ma-confuse ka mo since you've already used Genyo last school year. Then I give you a different login ID last year. By the way, some of you already messaged me, okay, have sent a message or have sent your concern through our help desk. And most concerns that we receive is about your login ID. Your login ID last school year was already deleted, okay? You have a new login ID, which is your student ID number. Okay, clear kita? Are we clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for those students nga wala ko na replyan pa, again, your login ID, about your login ID that you cannot log in, it's different ha, student? Okay. Sige, let's proceed. Okay, so can you see my screen? I'm here on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
part
Yes, ma'am.
that
Yes, ma'am.
instructing you how to change password. Sige. Thank you. Okay, so let's now proceed since wala nakita questions on this one. Okay, so what can you do inside the Genyo portal? Of course, since Genyo is designed to help you learn on your own pace, we have several tutorials that could help you to learn in advance or to review your lessons. Okay, so here are some of the contents that we have under the 5 major subjects. We have the science, English, math, Filipino, aralin panlipunan. So anyway, you already know how to access this content inside your Genyo portal. So I'll just give you a run through na lang of this one. Okay. Okay, sample of our interactive and animated content. This is a sample of our activities which promote self-paced learning. Okay, again, we can also access our virtual experiments. Ayan. And then we have game-based activities which your teacher made for you. Okay, they designed it for you, and then they have to assign it, or they will assign it during your asynchronous classes. Ayan. And then we also have additional contents. Okay, so we call it the Piling Akda. Those are the digital format of our Ibong Adarna, Florante at Laura, No Limitang Here, and El Filibusterismo. And then for English, we also have what we call the classic for young readers. Okay, so this is a digital format of our literary books. And so if you love reading you can check this out. There are a lots of literary classics uploaded inside the Genyo portal. And then we also have VR contents or what we call the virtual reality. Okay, so we have a lot of virtual tours, both local and overseas. Okay, so these are collections of our virtual tours. Okay, and then by the way, we already updated our content. Those are the tutorials and activities under the 5 major subjects: the math, science, English, Aralan Panlipunan, Filipino. Okay, so what's new with these updated contents? So our content is now more engaging with additional voiceover narration most in most of our tutorials and activities. Okay. Aside from that, we also included more performance-based tasks and assessments to adopt to online learning. Okay. And then, of course, we improve our visual elements using with our tutorials and activities. Okay. And then let's now go to how can you access or your assigned task. So these are the tasks that your teachers assign to you. Okay. So if some of you already logged into their Genyo account, okay, so we have improved our task panel. Okay, as you notice, it's different from the last school year. Okay, so if you are using desktop or laptop, this is the view or interface that you will see. Okay, this one. And if ever you access Genyo through your tablet or mobile devices, okay, so these are the interface that you will see. Okay. So are we clear, student? Okay. Now, to check your task, you can check it here. Okay. So before last year, the current, completed, expired, and upcoming, also the favorites, hindi siya masyado visible inside your Genyo account. Okay, so you need to click the drop-down arrow first so that you can see this one. But now, we made it more visible and we made it colorful para mas madali nyo makita ang inyong current task. Okay? So if you want to see your current task, okay, all you have to do is to click the current, okay, the blue one. Okay, so the blue one means all of your current tasks or ongoing tasks or the task that your teacher assigned to you is now available. Okay, the lesson, the quiz, or other learning activities. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for your response.
Yes, ma'am.
And then for the completed task, you can see here all of your completed lessons, tests, or other assignment, other learning activities, or performance tasks that your teacher assigned to you. Okay, you can see also here, if ever may gin-assign si teacher na quiz, you can see here your exam result. Okay, and then for the expired task, these are the tasks that you missed. Okay, like for example, your teacher assigned to you their lesson, quiz, or assignment from today from 8 to 12. So since hindi mo siya na-open within that viewing period, automatically it will go to expired task. Okay, and then for the upcoming task, these are the tasks or the lessons, quiz, assignment that your teacher assigned earlier to you, but then you cannot yet open it since your teacher assigned the viewing task for tomorrow pa. Okay, so you cannot access or you cannot yet answer the quiz, if ever may quiz, or you cannot yet open the lesson that he or she assigned to you if it's under the upcoming. Okay, and then for the favorites, these are the tasks that you set to favorite. Okay, so now let's by the way, a student, if you want to check out your exam result, again, it is still available under completed task. Okay. So this is example of our exam result. Okay, so aside from, you can see it right after you submit. If your teacher already released your exam result, you can also check if ever nga you want to check again your exam under completed task. And then let's go now to what are the requirements to access Genyo at home. Okay, so these are the devices, laptop, desktop, smartphones, tablets. And then for the browser, we have a laptop. For the laptop and desktop, we have these browsers. And then for a mobile device, this include the tablet. Okay, if ever you are using iOS device, you can access Genyo here. Okay, so far, do you have questions?
No, ma'am.
Or shall we proceed?
None, ma'am.
No, ma'am. None, ma'am.
Thank you for the response.
Yes. Yes.
Any questions or question? Okay, or not?
None.
None, ma'am.
Okay, so
Ma'am.
proceed to 7 tips for a successful online learning. Okay, so it goes without saying that the COVID-19 pandemic has forced all of us to make significant changes in our daily lives. Distance learning has become a necessity in K-12 schools, while online learning has many advantages that make it the preferred option for millions of students. It is not without the challenges, particularly for the students who are more accustomed in-person classes. The following, or these are the following tips, 7 tips that we will give you for a successful adjusting of your study habits during online learning. Okay. The first one is plan ahead of time to understand your assignments due dates. Okay, so first you need to examine your upcoming assignments and make a mental note of your due dates. Okay, since si teacher nag-assign na siya viewing period and then may deadline siya. It could either be within the day, within an hour, or within this morning. Okay, so you need to take note of it. I know some of you mislook the due dates or your expiration date ng ating lesson or quiz. Okay, I know some of the students ask me regarding how to see their due dates or how to check. Okay, so later I will going to show you how. And then, of course, since you take note of the dates, you can create a more realistic plan for completing all of your work. Okay, and then the second one, set aside time to study and work in groups. If ever your teacher have assigned a task that you will work in groups, okay, you can make a schedule that will allow you to meet all of your responsibilities. Okay, and then the third one, communicate regularly for group projects. Okay, so groups must prioritize communication if they are to avoid confusion, whether it is through here, a Zoom, email, phone calls, instant message, share documents, or other form of communication entirely. And then for the next one, okay, divide up work early. Okay, since it is a group work, okay, so along those lines, it's also critical for groups to divide up different tasks appropriately. Okay, hindi nga si leader lang tanan. So that everyone is accountable for their fair share and everyone understands exactly that they're responsible for completing their task or their project, for example. And then the next one is to keep in touch with your teacher on a regular basis. This is very important, students. So it is critical that you communicate with your teacher in the same way that you communicate with your group mates or with your classmates. Okay. Make an effort to contact your teacher whether you have questions, clarifications about your assignment, or simply want to let them know where you are having trouble or difficulty with. Okay. And then the next one is participate as much as you can. Okay. Participation is very essential, student. Okay. So whether you are taking online courses, either synchronous or asynchronous classes, you have to be active in a group or in your section. Okay. So active participation not only show your professor or your teacher that you're interested, but it also shows that you're learning and willing to put in the effort required to succeed. And then the last one is be adoptable. Okay, so I know naman that these millennials are very adaptable. Okay, so you are very flexible, especially, okay, flexibility is required for online learning, both for yourself and for others in your class, including your teachers. Okay, this is not actually planned. It is possible to recreate the community that you had on campus and make this transition as smooth as possible by simply demonstrating empathy, being active in your class, and taking and talking to your classmates and instructor. Okay, so while online learning may not have been your first choice, but by following the advice outlined above, or those things that I have mentioned, can help you make the most of your class or classes. Above all, keeping clear and open lines of communication with your teachers and classmates, as well as remaining engaged in class, will go along towards ensuring success during this difficult time. Okay? So now we will go to our hands-on experience. Okay. Students, do you have your laptop with you, if ever?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, I will going to share my screen for
Yes.
naman nga who can. Okay. So I will going to give you an overview about the portal, and then we will change our password, and I will teach you how to do that, update our profile, okay, how to access the ready-made tutorials, and then about our task panels, okay, and then how to access our lesson quiz, shared blog, forum, assignment, okay, messages, and announcement. Okay, so those are the things that we are going to have this morning. Okay, so let's go first to changing of password. Okay. May I know who among you have already logged in and changed their password? Okay, so damo naman. Okay, so do you have questions while you log in to Genyo and then changing of password, and then putting your email ad. If ever you have questions, put it for I'm here in the Genyo portal. So upon logging in, the portal asked me to update my email ad. So all you have to do is to input here your email ad. Okay? For example, that one. And then click update. Okay, close.
Okay, please mute your microphone. Please mute your microphone.
Okay, so shall we begin, students? So upon logging in our Genyo portal, you may see here our task panel. Okay, so when you want to see all of the tasks that your teacher assigned to you that is now available, so you have to click the blue one, click this one. Okay, so as you can see here in the upper right portion, okay, under my task, all you have to do is to click this one, the plus button. Okay, and then a drop out menu will appear. Okay, so as you can see, nakakategorize siya according to lesson, assignment, podcast, quiz, forum, shared blog. So those are the things that my teacher assigned to me. Okay, so are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So under completed task, when I click again here under my task, so I have no completed task yet. Okay, as you can see, it's still 0. While when I click this one, the yellow one, expired task, then when I click the plus button, okay, so these are the lessons, assignments, and other learning activities that my teacher have assigned to me, but I haven't opened or nag-expired lang. Okay, so you can find it here. Upcoming task, okay, it's still 0. Favorites, so since I haven't made any favorites yet, so it's still 0. Okay, let's go again to current task. Okay, by the way, students, do you have questions
None, ma'am.
about our
None.
panel?
None, ma'am.
Okay,
None,
thank
ma'am.
you for your response. Okay. For the announcement, by the way, okay, you can have an easy access here. All you have to do is to click, for example, this one. Just click this one, and then you can see the announcement. Okay, made. Okay. An easy access to you to the announcement that we have. Or you can click here, announcement. Okay, you have options either here or here. Okay. So we can click this one again. So that is how you access the announcement. Okay. And then for the messages, click the message. Okay. And then under inbox, you may see here those messages that your teacher have sent you or sent to you. Okay. For the message, you can check it here. Okay. And then let's now go to how you are able to change your password. Okay, for example, you want to change again your password. So all you have to do is to go here and then click the password. Okay. Please take note, student, that when you change your password, we have a password policy. Okay, the length of the password, which it should be 8 to 100 characters. Then we need to change our password every 180 days. And then you cannot change your password if ever you included these characters. Okay. And then you cannot also change your password if ever you are using your user ID and name. Okay, so are we clear on our password policy?
Yes, ma'am.
Then once done,
Yes, ma'am.
we click save. Okay. And then now, since we already changed our password, if ever you want to update your profile, you may go here, my profile. So click this one. Okay. Once you click this one, okay, you can change your gender. Okay, if ever you are a female, for example, I am a female, so I will choose this one. And then if ever you haven't encode here your email address, so you can encode here. It's cvperion@gmail.com, like for example. And then re-enter your email. And then you can put here your address. Ayan. Just complete the details below. And then your phone number. Okay. Birthday. And then click once done. Okay. So that is how you update your profile. Okay. So questions on updating your profile before we proceed on the other learning activities and lessons by the portal. Okay, nothing. Okay. So now, before we proceed to access on how we are going to access the lesson of our teacher, let's first go here to content. By the way, here are the ready-made content, okay, uh, of your level under different subject areas. Okay, so if ever that you are in grade 7, you can see here all of your grade 7 subjects only. Okay, since, for example, I am a grade 10 student, so the content that I will see are all grade 10 subjects. Okay. Aside from these contents, I know you already browsed this one. Okay, this is a sample, okay, of our content. Okay. We also have here virtual trips or our virtual reality. Okay, once you click this one, you can see all of the available VR contents that we have. So anyway, you can browse it later. Okay. And for our literary classics, these are the digital format that we have. Okay, you may check it later na lang. So this is a sample. Okay. And then for your ebook or textbook, okay, you can find it here. So this is a sample of our textbook or ebook. Okay. Okay, and then for the
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,
Mother ako, excuse ma'am ha, mother ako pala ni Sophie Castro. Hindi na namon hindi niya na ma-recall bala ang sa student ang ID, ang student ID thing. Pero wala ko gid siya kami kasulod na lately sa Canvas. Ang ato nga student ID mo ng ID number.
ma'am, sa ano ma'am?
Ang sa Genyo bala ma'am.
Oo, sa Genyo ma'am.
Wala na gid kami lately na nakasulod. So ang ginapamangkot ko ang diri bala sa hindi pa siya kalagin. Ang diri sa enter your user ID, ang ano niya siya, ID number niya.
Oh, student ID number na siya, ma'am.
Okay.
So, login ID nila. Oo.
Sa
Tapos,
lagin CPU, ma'am, no? CPU kung una, gid.
ang sa una, gid, ma'am, ang school ID is CPU. Tapos, once you click, ma'am, ang next, ma-proceed ka na, ma'am, sa
user ID.
logging in sa inyong login ID kag inyong password.
Okay.
Good morning, Ma'am Castro. Good morning, ma'am.
Oh, yes,
I think I have given the instruction at the chat box. Please check. Kaya ara sa may school ID, user ID, as well as ang default password. Thank you.
Okay. Sige, sorry, sir. Sige, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, good sir. Okay, let's now proceed, student. Okay, so under link, students, you can find here if ever you have questions on how you are going to access or how you are going to navigate the Genyo portal, we have video tutorials, Genyo video tutorials here. Okay. And then let's go now how you can access your task. Okay, so let's go to home. Okay, like for example, I will access my lesson for today. So I will going to click this one, the current task, and then click this one, and then click lesson. Okay, so for example, this is a sample lesson that my teacher assigned to me. So all I have to do is to click on the title or this one. Okay, either of the two, it will open naman. So let's click this one. Okay. So this is a sample lesson that my teacher assigned. All I have to do is to click every resources or every resource that my teacher have added in her lesson. Okay. For example, this one, or you may click this one if ever you are comfortable with. So when you click this one, it will automatically go to the next, or it will automatically start your lesson, and then click the YouTube.
Our planet has a violent soul. Majestic and often destructive, volcanic explosions rattle our collective imagination.
Okay, and then
Krakatoa,
next one.
Mount St. Helens.
Okay. And then click the next button. And then next, and so on.
Earth is made up of several layers.
Next.
The following are the
Okay,
main
for the
concepts
next one, since this is an exercise or an activity, okay, and then click instruction. You have to click this. Okay, you read the instruction and then click start exercise. And then you type true if it's correct or not. So you just follow the instruction. Okay, for example, true, and then click submit, so on. Okay. And then for the next one, a YouTube video, just open it. And then watch the video. And then next one, quiz. So just click this one, take quiz. And then all you have to do is to answer the quiz that your teacher assigned to you. Okay. So later, we will have a detailed discussion on the quiz. And then next one, make your own volcano. Okay. So you just watch this one. Then next. Then you have to download the file if you want to have a copy, or it will have a preview. Okay. Since if you want to have a copy of this, you may do so. Okay, just download this one if you have a copy, or if not, you can view it here always in your Genyo account. Okay, especially if you are using your mobile device, mas easier nga i-view ta na lang aton nga copy of this. And then the next one, okay, for example, this is an assignment. Okay, so all you have to do is to click proceed with assignment. Of course, read first the instruction of your teacher. Okay, click proceed. Anyway, later I will going to have a discussion naman on the assignment, how you are going to answer, how you're going to submit it to your teacher. Okay, and then once done, you may click on the summary page, okay, to check your status if it's already completed. Okay, so make sure that your status here is completed so that your teacher may also receive a report that you are done with your task. Okay, like for example, this one, you haven't yet answered a quiz, or I haven't answered my quiz. Okay, for this one, I haven't finished my homework. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now let's go back. So that is how you can access your lesson. Okay, let's go now to quizzes. Okay, for example, I will go into access my quiz. And then this one, you can click here or here. Either of the two, it will open man. Click the sample quiz and then click proceed. Click take quiz. Okay, so all you have to do is to put here your answer. It is an essay type. Okay, for example, that one. Don't forget to click save before you proceed to the next. Okay. And then you have to answer this one. And then don't forget to click save always. Okay, so that your answers will be saved. Okay. The next one, all you have to do is to scroll this one. This is a sample of a matching text. Okay, so for example, letter A, eyes, sense of sight, ears, hearing, tongue, and touch. Okay, that is how you answer it. And then click save. Okay. Once it's time's up, student, automatic the quiz will be submitted to your teacher. Okay, like for example, that one, wala pa ako katapos, but my time duration is already done, or naubos ko na ako ng oras, it will automatically be submitted to my teacher. Okay. So questions, student?
None, ma'am. None, ma'am.
None, ma'am.
So, by the way, for our quiz, okay, your teacher, some of your teachers are putting a schedule or a time on their viewing period. Like for example, your class is 8 to 9. Okay, then your teacher instructed you that the quiz is available 8 to 9. So it's available 8 to 8:10, meaning to say you are given 10 minutes to view the exam. Once nga lampas na sa 8:10, you can no longer view the exam. It will automatically go here sa expired task. Are we clear on that? Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
careful
Yes,
kita.
ma'am.
And then listen kita sa instruction ni teacher. Okay. Anyway, your teacher will also give you another time duration, okay, on when you are answering naman your exam. Okay, take note that the time viewing is different from your time duration when you are taking the exam. Okay, though it's just like nga in a typical classroom when your teacher is conducting your exam, periodical exam, di ba si teacher gahatag na siya few minutes for the students to enter the room and then get the test paper, and then before si teacher mag say that you can now answer your exam. So it's just like when you are answering man in the Genyo portal. So different ang pagsudod naton sa aton classroom, and then different man ang time yung ihatag ni teacher while you are answering your exam. Okay? So different aton duration, the one you see here. The one you see here, right, for example, wala na ko time. Wala na ko quiz. Wala na ko sample quiz. Do you see the parang may clock na siya sa gilid? Okay, that's your time duration when you are answering your exam. Okay, and then for the viewing period of your lesson or quiz, okay, so you can find it here. Okay, so can you see that? Okay, so may time na rin nga nakabutang kung saan o siya ma-expire. So this is your expiration date. Okay, you can see it here. Okay, for those students nga nagapamangkot sa akon, kung di makita ilang nga expiration date, it's here. Okay. So are we clear on lesson and test or quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, do you have some more questions, by the way?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. The last feature na lang, which is very important because your teacher is using this one, okay, the assignment. Okay. This will be just quick lang. Okay, for the assignment naman, all you have to do is to click this one. Okay. And then, for example, your teacher have assigned a rubric. You can see a rubric here. Okay, that is how he or she is going to rate your project. And then just click the proceed button. Once you click this one, you may see here his or her instruction, your teacher's response. If ever your teacher told you to upload your file, you need to upload the file. Okay, using this one under my attachments. Okay, it is different, student, when you put the picture here. Kasi you can put the picture here naman. Okay, but if your teacher wants to upload the picture, okay, you are going to use my attachments and then you upload here. And then please take note if how many files you are allowed to upload. For this one, for example, my teacher allowed me only one file to upload. Okay. Okay, like for example, I can put here text, or if my teacher wants nga i-attach or i-include here a picture or pictures. Okay, so I have to upload a picture. For example, I will going to upload a picture. Okay, for example, this one. And then click upload. By the way, reminder students, our maximum file per upload is 100 MB only. Okay, if ever your teacher requires you to upload a video that it's not kasha here, okay, the system will prompt na you exceed 100 MB. If ever that will happen, you need to compress your file. Okay, there are plenty of video compressor in the web. Okay, you can use that one before you upload here in the Genyo portal. Are we clear on that?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, for example, I will upload a video. Click upload. You just wait this one. Okay. Just a couple of more. Okay. So since I have, make sure students that you check here. Okay, kung successfully na-upload ang file. Okay, once you can see your file here, meaning to say it was successfully uploaded. But if not, you try again to upload. Okay, and then click submit assignment. Okay, for those students nagkakalipat mag-click sining. So it will remain on your assignment lang. It will not be submitted to your teacher. Once you click this one, okay, make sure that you can see this notification that your assignment has been successfully submitted. By the way, you can only edit your assignment during the viewing period. If ever your teacher have assigned your assignment from 8 to 9 until 8 to 9 lang pwede ma-edit si assignment. After 9 o'clock, automatically you cannot edit your assignment. Okay? Meaning to say, si teacher got check na. So, hindi na pwede ma-edit, hindi na pwede ma-remove ang gin-attach na file ni student. Okay, are we clear on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sige.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have more questions before we end?
No, ma'am.
None, ma'am.
Okay. So again, I will turn over the floor to Sir Lester Kayabyab. Sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So just a reminder, recap of everything. Okay, so please use your real name in your FB accounts and use the junior high school frame to help your teachers locate your accounts easily. Okay, as we continue our online class, we will have our group chats. So in order for the teacher to add your account, you need to use your real name, okay? And for confirmation purposes, you need to use the junior high school frame, okay? So it enables the teacher to identify that that account is the one that you are using for your online class. Okay, so where can you find your student ID number? You can find it in your SOS under my.cpu.edu.ph, or you can view your registration forms or in your ID. Okay, so the school ID for Genyo is CPU. Okay, your user ID is your student ID number, and the default password is wisdom. Okay, so as you log in, you can change your password, okay, and the other details in your profile. Okay, students who are enrolled early can now access their Genyo account. If you can access your account, there is a great possibility that your account is not yet available as of the moment. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to be created. Your advisor will update you if your account is already available. Okay, so as of now, there are still students who doesn't have their account. So just coordinate with your advisor. By the way, I'll be mostly handling grade 8, okay, in your MAPE class. And my advisory section is 8 Sunflower. Okay, you can look for my account on the FB, the one with junior high school frame. Okay, so that is the account that I'm using for online class. My name is Lester John Kayabyab in my Facebook with the profile picture with the junior high school frame. Okay, so you can locate me easily for that one. Okay, so are there other more concerns regarding your Genyo? Okay, for other concerns, like for example, do you need to use your uniform? Okay, do you need to use a virtual background? That will be under the junior high school orientation. But as of this moment, we will be catering your questions regarding Genyo only. Okay, so I hope that everyone was able to learn something from this orientation. Okay, so are there any more questions?
None.
Okay, here, there's a question here. Pwede hampangan ang game corner, ma'am? Yes, you can. Okay, if the teacher was able to make games out of the topic, yes, you can. Okay, what else? The classes will start by next week. Okay, this week is more on orientations. Okay, how do you view,
Sir.
Ma'am Tin, there's another question. How do we view our answers online?
Okay, under completed task. Okay, you can view there your, all right, I will going to show you.
Before you submit your answers, please double check, because if you have already submitted your answers during the quiz, you can no longer edit that. Okay, that will be the one that will appear on the system, and the system will automatically check your quiz. Okay, there is no more time for editing. Okay, so you need to double check your answers before you submit them.
Okay, student, or for those who are asking where can they find their test result or exam result, okay, the answer, okay, you can find it here under completed task, and then click sample. You can view the report. There you go. By the way, if you are asking if you can see the answer keys, it's up to your teacher. My mga teachers that they do not allow their student to see the correct answer. Okay, but there are teachers who are allowing their students to see the correct answer. Okay, but here under the completed task, you can view your test result and then your answers. Then there. Okay, for this one, my teacher doesn't allow me to see the correct answer. Okay, so it's up to your teacher if you want to see the correct answer. Okay, and then if you want to print it, you can print it. Ay, may print button kita. Okay, some more questions. By the way, if ever may questions pa kamo, you can encode your concerns under here. Okay, under here, contact help desk, or can you see this one? Okay, once you click this one, it will open a new tab. Okay, this one. Wait, I haven't plugged in my email. Wait lang.
Okay, as Ma'am Perion enters the details, here's another question. Where can you find the schedule for this week's activity? You can view the activity for this week in the junior high school page, CPU Junior High School page, as well as CPU Junior High School Student Council page. Okay, so for you to be updated for this week's activity, please kindly view the page. Okay, so masend sa SOS namon ang user ID. It's already there. Your school ID is your user ID. Okay, if you have seen the reminder that I have sent a while ago, it has been indicated there that your school ID is your user ID. Okay, you can find your user ID in your SOS or in my cpu.edu.ph, in your registration form, or in your ID. Okay, it is being printed there. Okay.
Okay, so student, if you want to send your concern, you may send it here. Just indicate your name, area, and then school name, and then level, okay, and then so on. By the way, put a valid email address so that I can respond to you. And then put also screenshot if ever you have encountered concerns inside the Genyo portal. Okay, again, include screenshots. Or you may email me directly here. In my email address. Okay. So this is my email address. You can take note of that. Okay. Or for more information, you can actually log on to www.genyo.com.ph. Okay, so I guess that ends my presentation, students. So thank you very much for listening.
Okay, other questions? Sir, diin makita ang student ID number kung i-view registration form. I think it is near your name. Okay, so there is a label there that indicates it is your student ID number. Another question, how about sa Canvas, sir? You will have your own orientation regarding Canvas within this week. Please view your CPU Junior High School page or the CPU Junior Student Council page. It is being scheduled there. You can see the schedule in the page. Okay, more questions before we end this session? Okay, are there students still raising their hands? So sir, need mag-answer sa activity for Genyo Subong. Do we have an activity, ma'am, for Genyo this?
Wala, sir. I don't know lang kung nag-assign na ang mga teachers. Nag-assign na ka mo, sir?
Wala pa. Kaya
Wala pa
gaano pa kami.
man.
Maybe is there an indicated teacher who said that just coordinate with the teacher who uploaded the activity? Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we are still under the orientation week. No activities for this week yet. Okay, our lesson proper will begin by next week. Again, as what I've told you earlier, you can find your ID number in your SOS or in mycpu.edu.ph or in your registration form or in your ID. Okay? Wala pa kamo sa dapat answeran. Okay? Kung may ara ka mo na view, maybe may nagsala na ng teacher or just ask the teacher concerned. But as of this week, I know what I know is that this is orientation week. No tasks to be answered. Okay? Are there any more questions?
No, sir.
If you have no more question, please give me a thumbs up sign.
Wala naman, sir.
Okay. No more. Okay. Thank you for your time, everyone. If you have questions regarding Genyo, you can contact me as well as Ma'am Perion and Ma'am Mabel Consign. Okay. If you have other concerns for your Canvas, you can contact your teacher's concern. Okay. So I think we're done for today. Thank you for your time, everyone. God bless you all. And sorry, we will still have our photo op as an evidence that you have attended the orientation. Okay, this will serve as your attendance. Okay, please wait for a while as Ma'am Perion takes a picture of this morning's orientation. Okay.
Okay, students, pwede ka open cam. Open kita cam. Camera. Okay, so we have 10 pages. Okay, so we will smile for 10 seconds. per page. Joke lang. Okay, sige. First page. Okay, next. Smile. Okay, next. Okay, third page. Okay, next, fourth. Next, fifth. Okay, next. Okay, 7. Okay, 8. Okay, 9. And then last one. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you everyone for your concerns like your student ID number. I have sent a message on the chat box as well as the CPU, the school ID, user ID, and password. If you have concern for this moment regarding your accounts that you cannot access, I have already set a reminder there that if you have enrolled early, you can now access your account. If you were enrolled late, your account is still on process. So thank you for your time, everyone. God bless you all and keep safe.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
Masend ko na.